There's no better feeling than a personal win, and the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Everything you learned in history class was a lie. Well, maybe not everything, but they skipped the best parts. Introducing Stupiracy, where stupidity meets conspiracy. Ever heard of the Olympic marathon that nearly killed its runners? Or the time a pope put another pope's corpse on trial? Join me, Scott Rizzuto, and Tim McKernan as we uncover the most outrageous historical moments and mind-blowing conspiracies you won't believe actually happened. Tune in to Stupiracy for your weekly dose of historical absurdity. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, history is dumb, but laughing at it is smart.
You trying to hear the song? Okay.
Did Kenny do the Irish goodbye?
Sure did. He heard Marty Funkhauser and he was out. Marty Funkhauser. God.
Before we get into the Super Bowl and all kinds of other stuff, the invasion of Ukraine, things like that.
Fun stuff.
There's a crisis to discuss.
All right.
Oh.
What do you think the Rocket is saying up there in hockey heaven about the La Habitants having won 8 out of 48 games
Isn't
this
that
season?
something?
8 out of 48 games they have won. They fired their coach last year, Claude Julien, for like the third time. And they brought this guy in, and he made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And they gave him a 3-year contract. They finally fired him today, I believe.
Wow.
8 out of 48 for the Canadiens.
Wow.
I can't believe it. I thought I would have made a deal with Satan to live until the Canadians have won 8 out of 48. How
Well,
about
our
that?
version of the Canadiens is the Yankees. They've never,
Yes, they've never been
spiraled
that
like
bad.
that.
They've had some bad seasons
Yeah.
in the Horace Clark era there in the late 70s and in the late 60s, but never like that.
Yeah.
My
I
God.
think the Rocket is tapping the pocket rocket on the shoulder saying, this is no good.
No,
This
This is not good.
He's saying, we can't, even I couldn't put any Canadians in as the stars of the game after.
Well, didn't
after
they lose to Didn't they lose to the Sabres yesterday? That might have been what
Yes,
did it.
yes.
You lost to the Sabres?
Yes, 8 out of 48. They're
Wow.
8-33-7.
Do you see where Canada still restricts attendance at games?
Oh, yeah. Vancouver's letting half in the way it looked. But
Winnipeg lets about half in.
some
Yeah,
of them,
when we
I
watched
think,
the
I think
Winnipeg game.
Montreal's like 0, right?
Yeah.
And then Toronto, I think, you can now get 500 in. So
that's
apparently,
pathetic.
Apparently, the crone isn't as easy to cure up there as it is down here. I
wonder why.
I don't quite get it. I don't know. No, I think Trudeau basically tied his wagon to this, and he
Nobody
can't,
has fewer points in hockey than
can't
Montreal.
back out. Yeah, it's unbelievable. 8 out of 48.
Who owns Les Habitants?
Well, it was Molson Brewing. I don't know who owns
looking
it.
that up
I
right
think
now.
it's a big corporation, but it's not the brewing company. I don't think anymore. But anyway, I wanted to bring that
Their
up.
goal differential is negative 85.
Wow,
And
that's pretty good.
they haven't even played 50 games yet.
Goals for
No, that's math.
108.
I have 106 on my screen.
Goals against 180.
Well, I have 106 and 191. Yours probably hasn't
You
updated because their
probably
game
know
was
did get
late
last
yesterday.
night's game in
Okay.
there,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and they got beat by
Yeah, but they'll get a number one. Judd would be in favor of them tanking to get that number one pick.
Yeah, but then I think they have a lottery now too.
That's true.
NHL, just like everybody else.
Did you
You're not-
hear
if
this
you're the
idea?
worst-
Did you hear this idea that some emailer sent me? Instead of the Pro Bowl, play a game between the last place team and the second to the last place team with the winner to get the first pick? This year would have been Jacksonville, Detroit.
Yeah, but what's your incentive as a player? What do I give a damn?
Well, you might.
As a player, what do I care? I don't care. That's easy for ownership. That's easy for ownership to say, but I don't want to go get my crap kicked out of me and blow my knee out.
We haven't played in 3 weeks.
Never play again in order to decide who gets the number 1 pick. Tell that guy he's an idiot, will you?
All right.
Okay.
Never mind. And
Just for me.
I thought it was a pretty neat idea. It'd be a real game to watch instead of the Pro Bowl. But you're right. What's in it for the player?
The Pro Bowl, I believe, had 18 non-players, that came up with various injuries. How many non-players do you think we'd have in the number 32 versus number 31
Rook,
game?
that's our chance. We'd get the call.
Right, we can go. I'm in.
But I told Joe, because he had brought this up during GL, the Pro Bowl still at a decent number, I think. If this was an actual game, it would outdraw every World Series game. If Detroit played Jacksonville in a standalone game the weekend before the Super Bowl. That's how pathetic sports viewing is right now. It's all football all the time.
Yeah, you would have to probably offer, several $1 million to the players on each team to play the game.
I would assume, yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Pat, what the hell is baseball doing? They're 12 days away from their first spring training game.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're not going to have spring training. We are.
This is crazy.
Everybody wants to blame Manfred, and I think he's an idiot. I agree with that, but there has to be some reality on the other side that the grand old game is in big, big, big trouble. And the days of 32-year-old players somehow getting 5-year, $990 million contracts are over. Yep. They aren't going to do that anymore. But even when it comes back, Joe, if it doesn't come back with some changes that spruce up the pace of the game,
right.
It's dying. It's dying.
But they got a chance to bust out in what hopefully is going to be a COVID-free spring, and they're screwing it up. Mm-hmm. They're just screwing it up.
Well, yeah, but here's the problem. Tony Clark took over you had Marvin Miller, the smartest guy in the world, right? Yep. Then you had Donald Fear, who was a very bright guy, too. He had learned at the knee of Marvin Miller. And then you had Tony come in, and everybody decided that the first contract Tony and his people negotiated, they got beat. Mm-hmm. I don't think they got beat. To me, with the contract, when Max Scherzer gets a $40 million a year contract, you didn't exactly get beat. But Tony took that to heart now, and he's trying to win back all the things they lost, of which I have no idea what they were. Tony Clark is a former player, and he's now the head of the union.
Okay.
He's now the head of he's the executive director. And, a very well-spoken player, whether that makes him a genius lawyer, I'm not sure. But I don't know. They, the funny thing is, nobody cares except those poor towns that spent all those millions of dollars to pay for those stadiums in these various outposts in the hope that Red Sox fans would fill up their communities, but fill up their hotels and stuff. But beyond that, I don't know.
Boy, you sold the estate at just the right time.
You think so?
Well, you got no reason. That's why you
right.
had it.
I know. That's why I had it, and it would be a little. Trying to make believe columns down there. I could do that for about a month, and then the season would. Then they'd start playing baseball. Right. I'd be over there at the end of January talking to guys who showed up early and things like that. Now the major league players can't be there.
I was just going to ask you: Are
They're
they prevented?
Not allowed on the grounds?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
They can't even go down there and play catch with each other.
But you know who's going to be in camp because he's not on the major league roster? Jake Cave.
Oh, my God.
We thought we were kind of done with Jake when he got released, but he ended up signing with the Twins again, and he's Rocco's favorite player, and he'll be in St. Paul playing center field probably.
Oh, my God. Will you promise me that we'll get one of those 15-second vines, those little videos of Jake diving for a ball that's 8 feet in front of him, please?
That's right. I don't know. We're in big trouble. I didn't like the Super Bowl as a contest. I thought it was boring.
It was a little slow.
The fourth quarter, it was close, but it was like...
I thought it was pretty good.
No
as
offense.
it wound down.
Yeah, okay, but... You don't call a penalty the whole game, and then you decide you're going to let the Rams get a first down at the 4-yard line,
Which would have made it 4th and 10.
4th and 10. Yeah, the game's over.
I couldn't believe they threw. And I didn't care, but I thought that's how you're going to decide the Super Bowl.
The trouble is the Bengals couldn't really whine because their one big play of the game, the guy might have cheated by snapping the head around and on the face mask to catch that. But I tell you what, that's a hell of a play. If you can grab a guy's face mask, spin him out of the way, and still catch a 75-yard
talent
pass, and still make it, that guy's got great hands. Jamar Chase is better than Justin Jefferson.
Oh boy, that's a hot take.
That is a hot take. Now I'm not saying Justin Jefferson's not good, but Jamar Chase is better.
I missed about the first 7 minutes of the game because I had to watch the golf playoff.
Yeah, I watched that. I was glad Scheffler won after choking on the. I was clicking, but Scheffler, after choking on the putt that could have won it in regulation, it was. But I love the fact that when you get into a golf playoff, because the crowd is now assembled at 18, we're going to play 18 for 3 days.
Yep.
Now, most of them play the last hole twice, and then if they don't decide it, they go somewhere else. But these guys played 18 3 straight times.
It's become terribly evident that tournament is completely designed to accommodate this crowd.
Yes. And by the way, the 17th, right? No, or is it 16th?
16's the
where they have
Coliseum.
built this. They have built now
with the
Coliseum.
trees.
Yep. No trees. It's a stand.
It's
Stands.
10 years ago. 10 years ago, when they started packing people in there,
Yep.
they were drunken, crazed college students who would pay to just go there and have a great party.
Raise hell,
have
right.
a great party. Girls sparsely dressed, boys drunk, trying to develop a relationship with girls who, and it was great because it was all spontaneous. None of them knew golf, and then they decided to take advantage of it and make this into a overpriced, ungodly area that you have to pay premium money to sit in, and they've ruined the vibe of the crowd completely.
Crowd, there were 2 holes in one during the tournament.
Yes.
Did you see what the crowd did on each one?
Didn't we shower them with
Littered the place with litter.
Yes.
Threw beer and water and everything. It took 10 minutes to clean it up so they could putt.
But had it been the college students, they would have rushed off and picked the guy up and carried him down there on their shoulders and dropped him in the pond.
Yeah.
They have changed the vibe. I was reading something in the Phoenix paper 3 years ago about when they build that thing. It's just a money gouge.
I'm going to ask a dumb question.
It's not a great hole, by the way.
Does it stay there all year round, or do you take that down?
Boy, that'd be hard. Yeah, they must take it down, but God, it would be hard work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be a member of the Phoenix Country Club or whatever it is.
It's the
TPC.
TPC.
Phoenix TPC, and have that
TPC.
sitting there all the time. Does it?
I would think not. And you're right. It's not. It's an ordinary hole.
Yeah,
They
there's
just
a little
had- it
water
just-
on the right. If you were actually had to carry the water, it would be a better hole.
But it just lent itself to the development of what they call the Coliseum. Mm-hmm.
And 18.
It's fun. I like it. I think it was fun.
18, by the way, the bleachers, they got a whole 10,000 too.
Yes.
The bleachers on 18.
What did they have for attendance for the tournament?
Well, at one time they were claiming like 125,000 on Saturdays, and I'm sure they're lying.
Wow.
But when somehow all the youth, when I was down there for the Super Bowl, the Phoenix Super Bowl, when they had Patriots and Giants, and I was watching it, they had a mob of people out there, even though the Super Bowl was being played in Phoenix. So,
what you're telling me now is the college kids can't afford to sit up there.
yes, they can't.
Yeah.
They can't take over the whole.
Right.
The whole place like they used
It's
to.
like the diehard Vikings fans can't afford to go to U.S. Bank Stadium anymore.
Yeah. It's a nice payout. 1.4 for the winner, $8.93 for.
I was rooting for Thigala, the Indian young man.
I had no idea that Scheffler never won one because he's been in so many of them. But this is about year 4 for him, right? But Sahith Thigala was
born in California.
Pepperdine
Yep.
and played 5 years at Pepperdine. He was red shirts. He was hurt one year, but Hollis Gavner has attempted to take these college superstars that are just become pros, and he had him up here in 2020. In 19, he had Matthew Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
And he had Morikawa, and then he also had Victor Hovland. He had those three
Now,
guys. who were
Thigala
all
is a
new.
PGA Tour player.
Yes.
Why was he in on a sponsor's exemption?
I believe he was hurt a lot of last season, so they had to. He hadn't won enough money to be exempt.
Well, he just made a $500,000 yesterday.
Yes, and had to feel bad about hitting his tee-ball too good on 17. He hit it so damn good it went in the crap hole and stuff. But
he had a funny-looking swing, and I heard that he had spinal bifida when he was a kid.
Ooh.
he had a back problem
Yeah.
now. He had a back problem that cost him a year at Pepperdine. I was looking up his bio, but he has got a violent swing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wow. So we were watching golf, but the football, the halftime show,
What do you got?
45 minutes.
No, it wasn't.
By the time they get the crap on and out, it was a 45-minute. They had to move in a town.
They had a town.
They had to move in a city.
Where's Snoop Dogg's car?
You could house all the homeless in Phoenix in this damn building that they brought in, and they sang for what, 25 minutes?
Not
at
even.
least.
I don't
oh,
even.
hell yes.
No, I'll get the exact
I
time.
turned it on, and then they had some.
I disagree.
They had some girls singing. I don't know who they were. They had nice dresses on, but
Mary J. Blige.
was that her and somebody
Yeah,
else?
she had the bad shorts, weird pants.
No, I saw the ones in the evening gowns types. Who
I
were
didn't
those?
see that.
Yeah,
Whose
dressing
were
up.
those? I don't know who they
don't know.
were. I flipped over, then I flipped back, and then I finally got to Snoop Dogg, and I figured, well, that's got to be the end because
That's the
Snoop Dogg has got to be the end. But it's,
The actual musical act lasted 14 minutes, 39 seconds. The actual
Yes.
music.
yeah.
Okay.
But how about moving the buildings? How long did that take? It was a 40.
Well, that was during commercial breaks.
It was a 40-minute break.
Hey, I got news for you. The halftime show wasn't for you.
Pat, that was a long way from Up With People.
You know, bring back the Parkettes and the
I said that
University of
earlier.
My
Minnesota
God.
bands.
UCLA marching band.
Get off my lawn!
Get off my lawn!
No, it just you don't have to have a building.
Let us have our moment. This was for
put
my
it-
generation.
Yeah, but put a stage out there. Take 4 minutes to move it in and out.
No. You gotta have some zest, huh?
There was a lot of carpentry in
That
that house.
isn't your generation anyway. By the
yeah.
way. You're older than that.
No,
aren't
I
you?
grew up with Eminem and Dr. Dre. And Snoop.
Snoop is.
Okay, Pat, this is just breaking. Russia moves into attack positions with 130,000 troops.
What do they want?
I was reading that.
They don't
up.
want Ukraine
want-
to be westernized.
Yes, that's their big problem. They don't want it to be West. They feel it threatens their security.
So I know we had
There's
a lot
nothing
of
we can do about it either.
we had a lot of woke moments during the Super Bowl and the commercials and whatnot yesterday. Yeah, please tell me how oppressed you are when I'm watching videos of 4-year-olds in the Ukraine loading ammunition into machine guns. So please continue to tell me how
Are we going to
oppressed you
try
are.
to fight them or just let them walk in?
No idea.
We're vowing to not have any American presence in
No,
the country.
we aren't. But I mean, what is Ukraine going to do?
God help us. I
This
have
is
no
like
idea.
this is like Germany getting ready to attack Poland. What are you going to do?
Right.
This guy's crazy.
Yes, he is. Did you see him at the Olympics when they announced a skater from Ukraine or whatever
Yeah.
event it was? He pretended to be sleeping. That's something a 12-year-old would do.
Yep. He was in the. He had his
And
trench coat on
meanwhile,
or sitting up in the crowd.
meanwhile, the 15-year-old Reusse cheater,
She gets to skate.
she gets to skate. What do we think? Putin won't attack if
There's
we let
some
her
thuggery
skate?
going on behind the scenes with that.
It
Olympic
would
thing.
irreparably harm her to not allow her to skate.
Well, somebody filled her full of dope.
Yeah, she didn't do it herself.
Right.
Is that what they're saying? But they're
And if
not.
she wins, there'll be no medal ceremony. How's that play with the other skaters?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
It's the only reason
Why
you
don't
go there is
the
to get on
other
a
skaters?
podium.
The other skaters should refuse to skate.
That's right.
know.
That's right.
When's it supposed to be tonight?
I don't know.
Wait, it's hard to tell what tonight is.
Right.
Anyway,
I can't, yeah.
I have watched. I watched.
Are you still zero?
I watched as much of the halftime show as I watched of the And I also I asked on Twitter for people to notify me when Al Michaels said we'll be back with the kickoff. After this message.
Because then you could watch the
Then I could
playoffs.
turn on the game.
Yeah.
Well, I did that, and it turned it on, and I still had to listen to rock talk needlessly.
Oh my, that was dumb.
What was it?
That was dumb.
What was that
I
supposed
agree
to
with
be?
that. I have no idea.
Rock? What happened to Rock, by the way?
This just in.
He was skinny.
Does the Super Bowl really need any more additional
No.
hype?
No.
It's going to be the most popular event in the history of television every year, and it only continues to get bigger.
Did we get ratings, by the way?
Oh, I'm sure
Any
they're through the
overnights come
roof.
in?
Well, and if you know you're not an A-list celebrity if you were not in a Super Bowl ad this year. Because everybody, every
I hear
celebrity.
Larry. I don't watch the ads either, but I miss Larry. Larry David had a good one. Somebody said for
He did, but I don't remember what it was
product. That's bad.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
bad.
good.
You're paying $2 million or whatever.
We're
it is.
glossing over the best moment of the entire Super Bowl, by the way, because great minds think alike. Because Reusse and I retweeted this video at the exact same time, and this was on the Dan Patrick Show. Former LSU coach Big O, Ed Orgeron, talking about the biggest disappointment in recruiting in his time. This is about a minute
Was
and a
that
half,
on
Joe.
the pregame show?
No, this was on Dan Patrick's show the week leading up to the
Yes.
Super Bowl because he
so
was
it's
there.
got nothing to do with the Super Bowl.
No, But Dan always does his show on site for the week leading up to it. And here's Big O. Here's 90 seconds of Big Ed O.
Who broke your heart? Is there one that stands out?
Oh, Adrian Peterson.
Oh,
Man, I loved him. I loved Adrian.
Oklahoma offered a better package to him.
This is a true story. We go down to see Adrian, me and Pete, and his
Carroll.
mother ran track I think it was at Houston. Wonderful lady. And Adrian and I had a great relationship. He loved Pete Carroll, but I felt like he and I were very tight. One time he says, Coach, I went to this school. He says, Coach, I want you to follow me. I couldn't drive with him. We went 30 miles. I said, I didn't know where we were going. We stopped at this little country store, and he bought a gingerbread cookie. I couldn't buy it for him for supper. And then we went to a basketball game. And we sat in the gym, and I said, what are we doing? He said, you see that guard right there? I got to play him next week. Coach to come and scout him. How about that? Then I said, well, Adrian, what is the key to getting you here at USC? He says, Coach, well, Bob Stoops, my dad is incarcerated. Bob Stoops won't see him. Well, me and Pete Carroll tried to go get him and to go see him. They wouldn't let us in. But Adrian said, Coach, my dad is be able to watch my games where he's at. Well, if I go to Oklahoma, I tried to get the guy transferred to Los Angeles.
Wait, you tried to get Adrian's dad?
Yeah, tried.
How does that happen?
I competed. Couldn't get it done.
Greatest voice.
Yeah, it is the world's
I
greatest
tried to get his dad
He
transition
must have
from.
been-
prison.
Dad must have been in federal prison. Not state
You know what that
prison.
is? That is recruiting, baby.
I competed.
That is. Well, he was a legendary recruiter before he got the job at Ole Miss, and then he was a blatant failure at Ole Miss. But he was, I think, before Southern. I think then he went to Southern Cal.
Yep.
After he was at Ole Miss.
When Pete left for
but
Seattle.
I can't remember where he was first of all, and he was supposed to be the greatest recruiter of all time. Oh. So, but that was
That is recruiting, baby. Tried to get his dad transferred in prison.
Hey, Ed, I saw that interview. Ed looks pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he looks like
Will he get a job again?
I don't know. There was some. Apparently, there was so much harassment going on in his program. I don't know if he was involved, but
Got it.
he got divorced too.
Oh, no.
The girl that he loved and was always there was a lot of part of. She divorced him.
Ed, wife?
Ed got divorced.
Maybe she found out about the shrimping boat.
Well, she was. I think she was. I think he had a young, one of those
Gotcha.
18-year-old married romances when he was a kid, shoveling shrimp, and then he got married to this gal, and then I don't know what happened, but I saw he was divorced. So
Two things I'm
I
playing
love
catch
him
up on.
though.
Two things I'm playing catch up on. Larry David appeared in a cryptocurrency ad during the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
Either do I.
That was why they hired Larry. He doesn't either. And,
Oh, you're right. That's exactly what I don't know what this is.
yeah, it's pretty good. And then the Molson family does still indeed own
Okay.
the.
I got a question for you. Where is it?
What?
My cryptocurrency.
Oh, my God.
When I got it.
I don't
where
even want to go
is it?
down this road.
Where is it?
I have no idea.
Where is it? On my phone? Where is it? Is it in there? If I got $28,000 as it is my phone, and what happens if I lose my phone? Where's my $28,000?
Do you want me to try, or are you going to just shout me down after 15 seconds?
I will not. I'll remain silent.
Okay. Young Matthew is actually the person that told me about it very briefly. Rookie's son.
Okay.
Cryptocurrency is a two-way transfer, meaning it's tied to a debit card, a checking account, whatever. You can set it up for monthly installments, weekly installments, whatever.
You've lost both of them already.
Meaning every Monday, $100 comes out of your checking account, and you know it's going, and then
Where's it going?
Yeah.
it's going into your crypto account. So based on
and-
whatever the amount is, the value. So right now, Bitcoin is currently at 42,116.9. Currently, this changes by the second.
Per coin?
Per coin. So you're buying.
What if I'm only giving them $100?
That's
Do
what
they
I'm
give me
saying.
like a little teeny bit of a
So
coin?
whatever you're buying, that $100 worth, you're getting a fraction of whatever the Bitcoin is worth at that given time. Now it can go up, it can go down.
well,
This is what happens.
But what if I want to spend it?
Then you have it withdrawn.
Go to your crypto wallet and pull out the $100.
Does Josh like
I
crypto?
can't even.
Josh is not a crypto guy.
I can't even do the Apple Wallet. They keep now.
I wouldn't recommend you doing
Like
the
when
Bitcoin.
I was going to Iowa,
Yeah.
they said they're going to send me a ticket so I could park right
Yep.
at the Iowa City for
Oh,
the
no.
basketball game, and so they sent it to you and it's fine and it says transfer, so I hit transfer. And it says, put it in your Apple Wallet. I
do I
don't
open
have an
my
Apple
Apple
Wallet.
Wallet?
I don't
Where is
have
that
an
thing?
Apple Wallet. And then somebody told me, well, we all have an Apple
I
Wallet.
think you do have an Apple Wallet.
Well, I guess I killed it off because I didn't want an Apple. I didn't know
Get
what
this
it
off
is.
my phone.
Yes, I think I did one of those. When you get everything gets jiggly, and then you can hit it and
Yes,
get rid of it
yeah.
and keep. I think I did that to my Apple Wallet. So, but I don't get it. I don't know.
I don't want to get it.
What's wrong with? Hey,
What's wrong with money?
right here. Here's a wallet.
Here's my
right
Apple
here.
Wallet
Look
right
at-
here.
Look at that.
What's
There's
wrong
a
with
wallet.
this?
The
What's wrong with
Reusse
this?
wallet.
Look at this.
Everything
wallet
is-
right there.
For those of you listening to the podcast, that was Joe and Pat showing each other their wallets.
Wallet. Yeah, I got a wallet. I got a wallet.
It's not
A
even the
Wally
high
I don't.
wallet.
I got a little case like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just holds a few things. Yeah.
I don't have any money, so I don't
And,
have
Pat,
a wallet.
this is the best thing I own. My Twin Cities Pioneer Press employee card, and I don't know where the building is.
He just walks up to random buildings downtown to
Does
see
this
if it
work here?
I don't think we're ever going to get those strippers back in, man. I heard that, we're kind of being, come on now. Things are getting better. You're kind
Roll
of
in.
encouraged.
Ease in.
And I heard one of the editors the other day say, there's, more people are slowly back into the office. I was in the other day, Marcus Fuller and I, that was it. Nobody else. Same
Really?
building, yeah. So, anyway.
It's a nice building with nobody in it
3
downtown.
floors, man.
Wow.
Capella Towers and
3 floors, huh?
3 floors, yeah.
That's about
What is
seven.
your closet here?
How about this studio right here?
Do you know that the Star Tribune, even though the circulation is like 250 now, which is, was 600,000 at one time for Sundays, third biggest in the country?
No.
Print,
For Sundays.
I think for Sundays, yeah.
And it's only 250?
Yeah, something like that.
What exceeds it? New York Times, probably.
Times and the Post, I suppose. Although the Times and the Post are all.
Wouldn't Wall Street Journal be up there too?
Well, I
think-
guess we're not. I think they're daily newspapers. Located
Wall Street
in
Journal doesn't
cities.
publish on Sundays.
Oh, it doesn't.
No.
Okay, I apologize.
Somebody told me that anyway.
Speaking of that, I did see a post of the weekend with someone with knowledge that was doing the glass work for one of the new Timberwolves owners downtown Minneapolis on their condo that they had purchased overlooking Target Field. It's about a 10,000 square foot condo overlooking
Is
Target
it
Field.
billionaire Lore or the
I
other
believe
guy?
it's the other gentleman.
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why he would be purchasing that for basically coming to home games. But
I was very proud of.
Because he can,
I was very proud of my reference to those guys in a column I wrote last week. I said, billionaire Mark Lore and terrible baseball TV analyst Alex Rodriguez.
I thought you liked him on TV.
Oh, I hate him. He's terrible. He never says anything.
Oh.
He just babbles like a moron. You know.
Okay.
Plus, he's the biggest fraud that ever lived. But
Who am I? I'm confusing him with somebody that you didn't think you'd like, but you did like on the MLB broadcast. Is it Pedro? Who am I thinking of?
oh, I love Pedro.
Maybe that's who I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
I love Pedro.
Okay.
I thought Alex and J-Lo were the real deal, and then I wake up to realize
she was at the game. She's back
Ben.
with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Weren't they? Is this a rebound?
Apparently.
Were they together like 20 years ago?
Yeah, but they were like all the other celebrities, maskless and telling us all how to live our lives.
Right.
They were. But he was with her at one time before, right?
Yep.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
That's what my wife told
I
me.
can go through the timeline here if you'd like.
say your Wild play tonight. They're home to the Wing.
Yes, the lowly wing. How would you like to be a Detroit sports fan?
Oof.
Lions, terrible.
Yep.
Tigers, getting better, but still terrible. Pistons, worst team in the league, and the Red Wing.
You know what we say to that in Detroit?
Just got ejected.
This guy and this guy.
Matthew Stafford, just a coincidence that he left town and won the Super Bowl. Although
He tried hard to give that thing
he's
away.
overrated.
I agree.
He's overrated. He's Cousins.
Well, that's the comparison now that you
he's
saw
not-
that.
He's better than Cousins. He is better
Now,
than Cousins.
Cousins would have probably screwed something up on that last
Well,
drive.
first of all, Cousins wouldn't have gotten that team to the game in the first place. But
I think we keep him.
no, they're going to with this guy.
I don't think this guy has any special relationship with
Well, they
him,
worked
but,
together in Washington.
Yeah, and he had a terrible year. 1 year, he had a terrible year, and they dumped him. Somebody, by the way, Lewis Black was at the casino, Mystic Lake.
Yeah.
Oh, was he really?
Saturday night, and somebody yelled up to him. He mentioned the Vikings, and somebody yelled up, "Hey, Kirk Cousins." He says, "Yeah, we had him in Washington. We don't want him back."
Wow.
Which was, I guess Lewis was.
My own personal washer.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I do with my money.
Rinsing and scrubbing and rinsing and scrubbing. God,
You
what
ever,
a great
you ever
bit.
watch the Seinfeld in the car thing?
Oh,
they're
with
not
him?
on anymore.
No, I missed
But
it.
he had one.
Comedians in cars
Comedians in
getting
Drinking
cars.
coffee.
He'd have some fancy car, pick
yeah.
him up, but some of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
And we had Lewis Black on there. Lewis pretty low key in that.
Oh,
one,
really?
But funny. You know, of course, funny.
What I have always really appreciated about Jerry Seinfeld is what he does for the secondary car market for guys that are trying to look for
He's
automobiles.
ruined it.
Oh, is that right? Because he'll buy anything.
He ruined the Porsche 356 market.
Really?
Yeah.
When he bought all of them.
No, he bought one for about $450,000 that you and I could blow on it and it would have fallen apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So now those guys that have that
That's the line.
want to charge.
You can't. A poor man can never buy one again.
I got to take you out to the boonies next summer
Yeah.
and see Krause's collection.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's some good stuff.
Paul Krause.
Yeah.
Do it. Make sure you do it when
We
the
won't
Sox
tell-
are playing.
We won't tell you where it is or anything like that,
Yep.
but it's
You'd be impressed,
interesting.
Mr. Mayor. You would be impressed.
And you know what that guy can do? Unlike some of us, tinker.
Yeah.
He's doing this, building that.
Got tools,
He's a
probably.
tinker guy. Yeah, he does stuff.
Were you ever in?
Look under hoods.
Well, as my 7-year-old says, is that the guy with the loud car? I said, yes, buddy. That's the guy with the loud car.
Were you ever in Lauren Conan's garage from the Home and Garden
no,
show?
I
He had a
wasn't.
beauty.
He had a great setup. He had about 4 or 5 of them, didn't he? The old pickup truck and
I always kind of wondered, how does a city inspector do this well? That's
look
what
at step 17. Take a close look at step 17. Very close look. I love teasing him about that. He would get so frustrated. Hey, step 13's looking pretty good too on the back stairs, huh?
And that plus he traveled the world hunting.
Yeah, killing various
Rare
Mountain
varieties.
goats and
There was these big,
Hell of a guy,
big,
Lou. Oh, wonderful.
bighorn things.
Yeah.
But he was in Romania,
Yeah.
and they got over to one of those Kazakhstan or something, and they got
We support.
They got ripped off.
Oh.
Yeah, when they got over there, it didn't like they didn't get what they were promised. They didn't. They don't promise you the animal, but the effort that they put into getting the animal for you.
I think your level of argument only goes so far in the Stan countries. Yes,
yeah, right.
You let a lot go.
Because I think the Stanners get along with Putin.
Okay.
Belarus.
Yeah, they
and
haven't
those
broken
people.
away.
That Belarus. I mean, Ukraine just was trying to be too nice to us. So that's. I hope I hope this doesn't affect my Ukrainian housekeepers. Probably
that's true.
The people who come and not housekeepers. But
War on Wednesday. All right.
War on Wednesday. That's nice to announce.
Russia moves into attack position.
They must be fairly confident if they can tell us when they're attacking.
Well, thanks for the heads up.
I thought
the element of surprise is gone.
I thought they might wait for the Olympics, Dan.
Oh.
Yeah, they're still going this Wednesday, aren't they?
Yeah, they go all this week.
There is another bit of breaking news on a much smaller scale, by the way, but longtime NFL sideline reporter Michelle Tafoya, who was done with her broadcasting career after last night's Super Bowl, will now enter politics.
Oh, yeah.
After working the sidelines of Sunday Night Super Bowl, Tafoya told The Athletic that she had wrapped up her career as a full-time sports reporter and that she will immediately co-chair Republican businessman Kendall Quall's campaign to become Minnesota's governor.
Really?
I approve.
That can't hurt him.
That's a wise move for Kendall.
I don't know. Is she,
You like Walsey?
Kendall's a good candidate.
Is she? Well,
I know.
yeah.
Words are wasted.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. She could be Mother Teresa. I don't know what the hell would I care. But yeah, Michelle.
Just eliminate this in half.
Michelle, that's how she became buddies with Bernard. Being of the same political bent. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, well, good luck to her.
She's not on that show anymore.
She had a long. No, I don't think so. She had a long run, though, man. What, 20 years?
I bet it was longer than that, wasn't it?
Really? Boy, that tells you how few women there were in sports when she started. She just started like doing call-ins as a,
Was that Al Michaels' last game? He has no contract for next year.
Yeah, he has not.
Well, somebody, though, I don't know if it's going to be Alex. I think Buck's contract is up too, although he isn't leaving Fox. But someone's going to get paid by Amazon to do football because Amazon's got the exclusive Thursday night deal starting next year.
God, I hope they don't drag Collinsworth with him. He drives me nuts.
Well, and when he has the opportunity to say something, he doesn't say anything.
Last night he says, I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback facing the pressure that Matthew Stafford has make plays like he did on this drive. Never? Really?
Yeah.
50 years? You've never seen anything like that?
I disagree.
You didn't see Montana throw the ball to Dwight Clark? You didn't see that? God almighty. He 4 times a game, he says, I've never seen anything like that.
Then he's not very observant.
No, he just cliches.
He tries to just toe the middle the entire game. That's all he tries to do.
And, of course, with the Bengals, he did I'm sure they felt he was unloyal, right?
Yeah, probably.
Wasn't that where he made
Well,
his
even
fame?
the penalty that you were talking about where they decided to finally throw a penalty flag, he went, they called that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's your time to say something.
Yeah, say, hey, how come you've gotten away with murder here for 4 quarters and that now you've decided to decide the game here?
Yep.
Cooper Kupp's good, though.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
For a white boy. Mm-hmm. I don't care when I don't expect a white lad to be making those cuts and doing all that good stuff. I thought Odell was faking it too, by the way.
I
but
did. Come on.
He ended up being hurt.
First too. Yeah.
Well, someone had speculated his career might be done because his knee was apparently shattered. Although I don't know how much.
Last night?
Yeah, his knee was that bad. Michelle joined CBS Sports in 1994, but I know she worked for KFan before that. So her profile says 1993 to present.
1993 to present.
Damn near 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Well,
hell of a run, Michelle.
I'm glad that we're toward the end here and it didn't come up on the show, but on this Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. No, let me do it.
You're not going to play the Valentine's Day.
No. Much better. Patrick, will you please do us all a favor and ask young Matthew what he purchased for his wife for Valentine's Day?
Do you want me to then comment?
Yes, I do. And then
You may have an opinion.
And then at best I can edit it out.
Wasn't a scented calendar, was it? I mean a candle. Whatever
there
the hell
were.
they
I
call
did
it.
get her
Are
two.
there scented calendars? That might be a.
I can't wait for May, huh?
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. I'm really looking forward to July.
Oh my God!
That's right. Don't turn it yet.
Yeah, hang on. In fact, I'm really glad that January has 31 days.
The scent will be last.
Oh my God!
Well, I think like pine trees and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
why not?
Yeah.
You know,
Winter
things finding a
and
home.
smell- it's winter.
Things finding a home, you know.
It'd be
Oh
great.
my God!
So what did you get the wife?
Well, I did get her two of the candles, and they're good scented candles. And then I got her a bathing suit.
Really?
Yes.
You picked out a bathing suit for your wife?
I picked out a bathing suit
What
for my
the
wife.
hell is wrong with you? There's a 100% chance that's going back where it came from.
Well, I had the approval of two young ladies in the house that said, yes, it's a nice color and it's a nice design. And then I was just worried about the size.
She needed that in your last house.
Yes. 100%.
Pat, what would happen if you attempted to get a bathing suit for the DA?
I was going to come to you two for
It
advice
wouldn't
on
even
when
occur to us.
what kind of bathing suit to buy for my wife. Figuring you guys have done this
wouldn't
many
even
times.
happen.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't occur to me to. No,
Well, I'm
no,
glad
it's
you
not.
kept it clean,
Yeah.
Pat. That makes
Yes,
me
it
makes
did.
me happy.
It did.
Save it for off the air, okay?
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'm on a school run duty.
All right.
Oh,
well, we're
really?
on
You got
to
to
the
pick them up?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day bank.
All right.
No, he's not allowed to pick him up. He can't be
No,
trusted
I
to do
gotta
that.
watch a baby while her mother picks him up because they told me I wouldn't be able to figure out getting in
What do you
line.
do if the baby doesn't mess or something? What
Her
do you
mother
do?
won't be gone that long.
Oh, why don't you just hang tight there, kid?
My father-in-law, Ed Keeger, put him right in the bathtub. Just put him right in the bathtub and just wait it
Where's
out.
the baby? Oh, he's
How old's the baby?
16 months.
Oh yeah,
Pretty good.
getting stinky at that age.
Yeah, they
man.
get messy then.
Yeah,
they
that's
get
right.
messy.
Yeah, that's right. You should here start doing what my old man allegedly did to me.
What?
When I was about 11, 12 months, and you'd poop your diaper, he would hold you above it and scream bloody murder so you should be frightened of it and kick your legs. And supposedly that it affected me for life.
You know,
but
that explains a lot.
I started using the potty chair really early because
really explains
being
quite a bit.
terrified
Yeah.
by. I'm still terrified by poop. That's why I didn't become a farmer. So,
Monday Night Sports Talk. We'll
Bam.
see you next week.
all right. EcoFun has e-bikes in stock. And why is that important? Because every other bike retailer is out of stock and will not be getting new e-bikes until December or January. You can't even get one for Christmas from them. The weather is warming up, so if you are in the market for an e-bike, scooter, or ATV, go to EcoFun right now. EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake. Talk with Tim Bloom, the owner of EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake. Tim and his family will help you select the e-bike that is right for you, and they will deliver it to your front door in the metro area. Right now, EcoFun has Bentelli e-bikes and Yamaha Motor Assist bikes in stock. EcoFun also carries the full line of Yamaha scooters, motorcycles, and a wide variety of Yamaha ATVs, including ATVs for kids. Check out EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake and online at ecofunmotorsports.com and tell Tim that old bicycler Patrick Reusse sent you.
It's Reavers here for Josh Arnold. Mr. Money Talk is what he's called around these parts. Josh has been an investment consultant since 1978. This extensive career has given him the experience needed to manage your money in both up and down markets. Josh provides independent, personalized investment planning to individuals and small businesses, including retirement plans. Josh has been doing this for quite some time, and the thing that separates him from the rest is he will always give you straight talk and never sugar-coated advice. When you invest for yourself or for your small business with Josh, you get the same straight talk talk that you would expect from Mr. Money Talk. You also get an investment consultant who will work proactively with you to create a strategy that fits your goals. You can also hear him at the end of Garage Logic every Tuesday and Thursday with a full report. Give him a call today for that free 48-minute financial consultation at 952-925-5608. That number once again is 952-925-5608. Or for more information, just visit his website, josharnoldinvestmentconsultant.com.